upbeat, curious music starts and fades into the background. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the weird, wonderful, and surprisingly complex love life of one of the slowest creatures on Earth, the humble snail. You might see them inching across your garden path, but I bet you've never stopped to think about how they, make more snails. And trust me, it's a story that's way more fascinating and bizarre than you could ever imagine. So, grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's unravel the slow, slimy, and strategic world of snail romance. First off, let's get the most mind-blowing fact out of the way. Most land snails are what's called simultaneous hermaphrodites. This means that every single snail is both male and female at the same time. They have all the necessary parts for both roles packed into one tiny shelled body. Think about that for a second. There's no swiping left or right, no trying to figure out who's who. When two snails feel that spark, they don't need to choose roles. They can both give and receive sperm, essentially doubling their chances of passing on their genes. It's an incredibly efficient system, and it's just the beginning of their strange journey. Now, you might think that because they're both male and female, they just get straight to business. But you'd be wrong. Snails are true romantics, or at least very cautious daters. They engage in elaborate courtship rituals that can last for hours, sometimes even up to half a day. It's a slow, mesmerizing dance. They'll circle each other, gently touching with their tentacles and pressing their bodies together. This isn't just snail cuddling, it's a crucial part of the process. During this dance, they exchange chemical signals through their mucus. These signals tell each snail that their partner is the right species and is ready to mate. It's like a long, slimy conversation that ensures both partners are on the same page and physiologically prepared for what comes next. And what comes next is where things get really wild. It's a part of snail courtship that sounds like something out of a mythological story. Many snail species, including the common garden snail you're familiar with, use a weapon of love, literally. It's called a love dart. This isn't a cute, metaphorical Cupid's arrow. It's a sharp, spear-like spike made of calcium carbonate, the same stuff their shells are made of. During their courtship dance, one snail will attempt to stab the other with this dart. And yes, I said stab. The dart pierces the other snail's skin, usually somewhere on its head or body. But here's the craziest part. The dart doesn't contain any sperm. So, what's the point of this violent-sounding act? It's all about hormones. The dart is coated in a special mucus packed with hormones. When these hormones enter the partner's bloodstream, they do something very clever. They reconfigure the recipient's reproductive system, making it more likely to accept and use the shooter's sperm to fertilize its eggs rather than just digesting it. It's a form of biological manipulation, a clever strategy to give the dart shooter a huge advantage. It ensures that their genetic material, and not a future partner's, gets to create the next generation. It's a high-stakes game where a successful shot dramatically increases your chances of becoming a parent. After this intense, and sometimes painful dart shooting episode, the snails finally get down to the main event. They align their bodies, pressing their genital pores together. These are usually located on the side of their heads, which is why they often look like they're giving each other a very intimate, slimy kiss. Then, they mutually exchange packets of sperm. Remember, since they're both male and female, they both transfer sperm to one another. It's a fully reciprocal exchange. Both snails leave the encounter with a precious package of genetic material from their partner. But the story doesn't end there. Snails don't immediately use the sperm they've collected. Instead, they store it in a special internal pouch called a spermatheca. This sperm can remain viable, alive and ready to go, for weeks or even months. This is another brilliant evolutionary strategy. It allows the snail to wait for the perfect conditions before laying its eggs. It needs the right temperature, enough moisture in the soil, and a good food supply to give its offspring the best possible start in life. So, a snail can mate in the spring but wait until the perfect rainy day in early summer to actually fertilize its eggs. When the time is right, the snail uses the stored sperm to fertilize its own eggs internally. It then begins the final chapter of this process, becoming a mother. And a father, I guess. The snail will search for a suitable spot, usually in soft, damp soil or under a log or leaf litter. It then painstakingly digs a small burrow and lays its eggs. A single snail can lay a clutch of dozens, sometimes even hundreds, of tiny, translucent, pearl-like eggs. It's an exhausting process, and the snail uses a lot of energy to produce and lay them. After about 2 to 4 weeks of incubation, something magical happens. Tiny, fully formed baby snails, complete with their own delicate, paper-thin shells, hatch from the eggs. They are miniature versions of their parents. Their first meal is often the nutrient-rich casing of their own egg, and sometimes even their unhatched siblings. Nature can be brutal. From the moment they hatch, they are on their own, ready to begin their slow, steady journey through life. Their soft shells will harden over time as they consume calcium, and eventually they too will grow up, find a partner, and perform this same incredible, complex, and strategic dance of life. So, let's recap this amazing process. Snail mating is a masterclass in evolutionary strategy. They are hermaphrodites, so everyone's a potential partner. They engage in long, careful courtships to ensure compatibility. They sometimes use hormonal love darts to gain a reproductive edge. They exchange sperm mutually, doubling the reproductive output of a single encounter. And they can store sperm, waiting for the perfect moment to bring a new generation into the world. It's a system that is slow, deliberate, and incredibly successful. The next time you see a snail, I hope you'll look at it with a newfound respect. It's not just a slow, slimy creature. It's a marvel of biology, carrying within it one of the most unique and fascinating reproductive strategies in the entire animal kingdom. Who knew there was so much drama, romance, and hardcore strategy hidden inside that little shell? Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive today. I hope you found it as fascinating as I do. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you won't miss our next exploration into the wonders of the natural world. Let me know in the comments what other weird animal facts you'd like me to cover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.